Thank you. I was having a locked up webcam issue. Let me run some commercials real quick here. Hey, all my little halflings and goblins. If you're like me, when you're at home online gaming, you're going to get hungry. And we're all stuck at home with this pandemic, so why don't you go ahead and get a hold of the Grub and Grog and order some food? If you're on our Twitch stream, you can scroll down and click on the tile for the Grub and Grog, and you can check out their wonderful menu of items. They'll even deliver growlers, beer, and cider. If you're ordering a sandwich, I recommend the all hands on deck. It's what I regularly eat when I'm at the store. You can even order a board game, maybe some extra dice. Hey, you got a mini that you want to paint? Why don't you go ahead and ask them if they'll deliver one for you?
1d8 to my damage.
Go ahead and give them a call, check out their website, and when this is all over and done with, I'll see you back at the gaming table.
That's nice.
Hey all my little halflings and goblins, this is DM Chris, your friendly DM from Going Gaming and Gaming Store and the Grub and Grog. I just wanted to let you in on an exciting venture that we've started with Talon and Claw. Talon and Claw has been on my radar for some time. I've been wanting to get one of their beautiful wooden DM screens. So my birthday's coming on June 1st. If any of my players want to get one, I kid. But anyways, we have a deal going on with Talon and Claw, and that deal is that if you use code GOINGAMING in all capital letters on their Etsy store, you will receive 10% off of your purchase. In addition to that, Talon and Claw will kick back 10% back to Go and Gaming store. It's a win-win-win. We help get more customers for Talon and Claw. Talon and Claw helps Go and Gaming survive the pandemic, and you, that's you, get a 10% discount on your purchase. Like I said, they've been on my radar for a while. However, recently I entered a contest on Twitter, and I happened to win one of their leather dice trays, which is this right here. As you can see, It is very portable. The whole thing unrolls. It's stamped with the Talon and Claw logo, and you just snap it together, and you get a perfect rolling surface. And let me tell you, the leather works great. Not all rolling surfaces are created equal. I have found that some of the cheaper ones that are made of the PU leather, the dice just skids across it. They slide on one surface. And so this is the surface once it's complete. Also, I have recently purchased from them a Council of 7 dice vault in red. You get to choose when you purchase it. They have a magnetic clasp closing it, and it is a vault for holding your dice. They have larger vaults. They also make a full line of wooden dice trays that serve as a vault. They have, of course, many different models of their DM screen in multiple different woods. So definitely go ahead and check them out. You can click their link on my YouTube channel or scroll down in your Twitch channel, and you will see a tile there to click on their store. Please check them out, and I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you at the gaming table soon. Thanks, guys.
Okay. So are you guys ready for me to kill Norotay? So I've decided that the Aboleth is probably my new favorite monster. I actually, last weekend, had 2 Aboleths. I had this one, and then I had another one that has multiple personalities in my Saturday night game. And I am 2 for 2 for enslaving creatures. In the other game, they did cure the person that was enslaved by killing him.
Hooray for the dungeon master!
Yeah. So yeah, they literally, their paladin was like, yeah, this guy's enslaved. We're on the 6th level of a dungeon. We're not going back to the surface. I attack him with 2 smites. And they killed him.
Well, it is well
harsh,
known.
man.
Yeah, they're brutal.
It's well known that death cures all illnesses.
Right, yeah. Well, it's like
No.
the doctor on Deadwood the movie said, well, the good news is that all bleeding ends eventually. So, yeah. So where we left off last week, Norotay, your Dwarven Cleric, is enslaved by the Aboleth. What did we come to as far as a conclusion on whether or not Mittens and Thrick had let the rest of the party in on that knowledge? Did you guys keep it to yourselves, or?
None of them believed us, I believe.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, Aaron got a terrible roll on his insight.
Yeah, I don't recall believing that Norotay was controlled.
Yeah, I failed that check. I think I got a 4.
Okay.
Telfar doesn't know anything about him being controlled, but now doesn't exactly believe that the shrimp people are friendly.
Right. Yeah. So to add to the fact that Norotay is acting very bizarre and wanting to swim into the lake, as Aboleth enslaved people do, Telfar had done a little aerial reconnaissance using her cloak and flew over the lake, and there are a number of crab people, shrimp people, called Chul. And they are massing. If I remember correctly, they actually saw, one of them actually saw Telfar, and that's why they are in their current position. They actually moved to a guarding position.
Right. It wasn't an accident. Telfar was trying to invite them to come meet our party.
Right. Telfar went down and actually talked to them. And and they were like...
Tried to see if they understood common.
Crab people. So...
And we're a little conflicted because they refused to come further than they are shown on the map.
Right.
So, and we still don't want to go out into the deep water with armor that will sink us. So I propose to the group that we send out a raft with skeletal minions on it to let them know better than the sign language from our...
So yeah, that's not a terrible idea. You do have, what did we say, 4 rafts that you could go grab one now that those areas are clear, and you could put skeletal minions on them.
I'm for this plan.
I mean, do you expect them to do any talking?
No, the purpose is to wave at the crab people and then lead them back to us so that we don't have to be over water, because we're not water creatures.
Yeah.
We'd like to meet these things.
Speaking of skeletal people, and this is for Thrick, so a recent conversation with a whole lot of stupid people, but the one intelligent person in there was Jeremy Crawford. And Jeremy Crawford brought up the point that if you are summoning skeletons, you do not require the whole skeleton. So theoretically speaking, you could have like 3 bones and summon a skeleton.
That's interesting.
Right. And he had brought up an example where there was a skeletal knight that had been summoned, and there weren't enough bones to complete the knight riding the horse, and so both he and the horse were missing massive parts of him. So that's just That's just something to keep in your drawer of things. If I ever say, well, you don't have enough bones, you can say, well, yeah, but Jeremy Crawford said. So, um, yeah. So what do you want to do with these skeletons? You want to put them in a raft and kick their ass out towards the lake? Is that?
That's probably what we're gonna do, yeah.
All right.
And they will return. The raft will gently lead the hard to understand crab people to make peaceful hellos with us on us land people back where we are.
So you're directing the skeletons to do a come hither motion to try and pull the crab people back towards you.
And then pull the raft back to us at a genteel pace. Yes.
Huh.
And all that, we just want them to, really what we want is the crab people to knock the crap out of the skeletons so we know that, this is going to be a fight.
Okay. So, Threk, I'm going to allow you to roll a d20. You can it is your choice of, I guess they're both the same. Either deception or persuasion, but you have to use the the charisma modifier of the skeletons.
Okay.
They have a heck of a toothy grin.
And that's going to be versus the intelligence modifier of the Chul, which I can tell you is equally dismal. So this ought to be. This is like the blind leading the blind here.
Alright, you said deception and what else?
You can either use deception or persuasion, your choice, and it would be the skeleton's charisma modifier.
Alright, doesn't matter which one I use because it's not like they have any advantages to either one. Should I roll this for each individual one or just one for them all?
You can roll one for them all.
Alright.
So we're missing Flavius.
So, a soft one.
A soft one. Wow. Out of curiosity, did anybody hear from Flavius?
Did anybody hear what?
Did anybody hear from him in the group about not being able to make it this week, or?
Sorry,
No.
you're breaking up on me.
No,
So-
I haven't heard anything, but
Okay.
that would be.
I haven't heard anything either.
I will just remove him, and then if he shows up, then he shows up.
Magic, wizard, teleportation, garbage.
Occasionally people do have to use the restroom and stuff, even though we're down here on the 4th level.
Well, right. That's true. I mean, this is the restroom, isn't it? I mean...
Yeah, he just wandered around the bend somewhere to get
Right.
some privacy.
Right. So... You got a soft one for your skeletons. The Chul got a 5, and they are not believing the ridiculousness of the skeletons. Roll initiative for the skeletons.
Oh, jeez.
Nine.
Okay. Hold on here. I did not foresee this happening. There we go. There's a skeleton. So the skeleton's got a 9. Okay. Well, the Chul suck and got a 6. So the Chul are moving in to attack the skeletons. What do the skeletons want to do on a 9?
How much movement do they have on the raft?
I would say 20 feet.
All right.
This is supposed to be a peaceful meeting, remember?
Well, I mean, our plan was to get them to follow.
Yes. Just
So-
don't have them wail on the Chul.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my skeletons dash. Can
Okay.
they like dash on the raft to get back to shore?
Yeah, they could paddle to beat all hell and
Yeah, I'll do that.
so yeah. So the skellies are like, nope. And they come back down here.
Well, that's exactly what they were sent out to do, so that's great. They're leading the friendly crab people to us.
So the
Because-
Chul, and because they already made their insight check, the Chul move to guard the entrance and stop.
Well, Aaron would like to make an insight check or something along those lines to see if he can determine that they are aggressive and attacking.
Go ahead and make an insight check. I mean, you don't have to make an insight check. You are clear at this point that they are moving to attack. They are hostile and they are guarding this entrance to the lake.
Norotay, I think you got it wrong. They're attacking. What's wrong with this? Why are they being so aggressive?
I think the skeletons are just new to them. I don't think that they are.
The skeletons are antagonizing them.
Yeah, I don't think that they're used to having the skeletons of other races just walk up to them and wave. It's pretty weird, anyway.
That's a good that's a good answer.
Well, then you should show your friendly face to them, and the skeletons will go off to the west on the southern passage and get clear. So that, because I think you can see them now if you stand right at the shore.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so is Norte getting into the raft and then going out?
Yep.
All right. So Norte gets in the raft. Are you taking your minion with you?
No, my minion's staying.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. So Norte takes the raft and he comes out here, and as he comes out, the Chul step aside, or swim aside, rather. And Norte's raft comes out into the larger lake.
Well,
I said,
there we
see,
go.
guys, it's all right. Come on.
Seems clear.
And he Norte comes out to this island and beaches his raft and is on the island.
They just don't like the dead people walking around.
The water's fine, come on in.
Well, it's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I mean, skeletons are evil, bad things. I don't even know why we have them with us. And
Usually, they
so
are.
we should go.
Okay, so you got another boat. You got 3 more boats.
All right.
Each of these will hold 3 people. Is anybody else going with Aaron?
I will.
Okay. So Bemrel will go. And anybody else?
Nope.
Nope. So you guys come out with the on this raft, and the Chul then immediately surround the raft. What do you guys do?
Are they impeding our movement?
Not necessarily, but they're closely around the raft and following it, and kind of trying to direct it in another direction. They're trying to move the raft in this direction.
Chris, I got a couple of questions.
Sure.
Number one, we're picking up where we left off. No resting, no restarting, no refreshing buffs and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah?
Oh, right. But you do get a charm
Why?
because it's a new game, and your charm is once per game.
I thought it was once per day. Are you sure?
I thought it was once per game. I mean, it might be once per day, but I thought you get a new charm every day or every game.
Nope, it is a magical gift once per day.
Okay, so all right, so your charm from last game still applies.
And my charm from last game was +2 to my Constitution.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, it was
so
a charm
we're on the
of
same
health.
page there. My next question is, what is the cooldown on my Cape of Flying Bat Wings?
Your Cape of Flying is shape of not peak, water breathing. Oh, very peculiar. If I remember correctly, Cape of Flying was 3 times per day.
I'm sorry, what was that?
If I remember correctly, it was 3 times per day.
For an hour each?
Correct.
All right. Well, do I need to refresh?
I think you have one more usage in it.
Well, from last session,
I
you
had-
were flying. I mean, basically,
Right.
you were flying.
Actually,
and
you would have two more uses in it because the one use was an hour,
Right.
and you didn't use
agree
all
with
of
that.
that. So you would have two charges left to use for this day.
Right. Cool. Well, then I'm going to refresh it and keep flying for this session.
Okay.
My third question is, what is the shore like on the sides of this little canal that we're in?
So the little canal that
Is-
you're in is basically sheer cliff walls. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Lake Shasta. But there are little tributaries that go in between, little caverns that go off of Lake Shasta into the island areas, and they are just sheer cliff walls.
Right.
It's
So
like
we're
that.
talking no footholds here.
No.
Okay. And on the inside of the cave, is the island in the middle the only place where there is a decent foothold?
No, there are a couple of rocks that are poking out. These here.
Okay.
You could theoretically gain purchase grabbing those.
Okay.
But other than that,
the end of my little questions, and I'm sorry to hold everybody up.
No, you're good. So, where did you want to go with your flying?
I want to follow my good buddy Norotay and figure out. He's floating down a raft, right?
Correct.
He got off. He got off on that little island, right?
Yeah, he floated on his raft to the island and got out and is like, "Hey, everybody, everything's good over here."
Sweet. Well, then I would like to roll stealth and stealthily fly and follow.
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth check.
And that is a woo. Let's roll some guidance. That is a 16 hide.
Wow, that's I'm used to you getting better than that.
I'm used to me getting better than that too.
That's what happens when we have a flat distribution instead of a bell curve for our skills.
Okay. How did I miss that? Interesting.
I think I'd like to be about here, but quite up near the ceiling.
Okay. Hold on just a moment. My apologies, I evidently missed something. Something more than the crab people.
Was it the Aboleth? You can skip that.
So I worked in the shop yesterday, and there was a very long conversation about how amazingly awesome my players are. You guys are just incredible people, and everybody recognizes that.
Are you sure you're talking about us?
Yeah, I am definitely talking about you guys.
I'm
and
scared of it.
you, and you, and also you, and you were there.
Yeah, we were talking about you guys, and you are just amazing people. The way you've supported the shop, the way you've supported me, I love you all. Thank you.
We got feels for you too, bro.
Yep.
Well, thank
I like
you.
playing D&D with this group.
You what?
I like playing D&D with this group.
Yeah.
He likes playing D&D with any group, but it's still a good sign.
Yeah.
Just teasing you. Just teasing you.
Okay.
All right. So, where did Telfar go?
I'm here. Where am I? I'm over the shoulder of one of the shrimp people.
Ah, yes. Make a perception check.
Will do. $13.
Ah, you did not make it. Sweet. So, it's not very often that I can beat a rogue's perception check. So
I do not have good perception. That's really not one of my strong suits. I'm a distracted halfling.
on the island, 3 werebats in hybrid form descend from the ceiling. They were stealth and attack Norotay with a surprise attack.
Oh no! Not my buddy.
Dun dun dun. So they get a multiple attack each one. They are going to each make 2 scimitar attacks. Yeah, actually, it's going to make 1 scimitar attack and 1 bite attack each. So here's a scimitar attack. 17 to hit. I'm sure is going to miss Norotay.
Yeah.
Bite attack.
The cute little baby bunnies.
21 to hit.
It's
Okay. For 5 points of piercing damage, and Norotay, you need to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
six.
God.
Eight.
Wow! Alright.
9.
9. No, that's still not 10. So, you fail your Constitution saving throw.
Let me give him guidance.
Yep, go ahead and try to give him guidance.
Add 3 more to it.
Okay, 12. Okay.
Okay. So,
I'd rather be a werebear though.
you are not infected with lycanthropy. You will not turn into a werebat, which would be a really fat and broad werebat for a dwarf.
Werebat tiefling dwarf.
23 to hit with a scimitar.
Okay.
And you take a whole whopping 4 points of slashing damage. Another bite attack, and they miss. I rolled a 7. Another scimitar attack. They miss. They rolled a 9. And a bite attack. And they miss, and they rolled an 8. All right,
Okay.
everybody roll initiative.
19 for me.
I got
12. Yeah, 12 for Aaron as well.
Okay. Thrick, what did you get?
14.
You got 14. Telfar, what'd you get?
22.
Wow.
I saw this one coming.
Norotay, what'd you get?
Off 20.
Okay. Mittens.
22 is nothing. I got a whole 8.
Wow.
Yeah, suck it, me.
Aaron, what'd you get?
12.
Okay. And Bemrel, what'd you get?
Also 12.
Okay. So between Aaron and Bemrel, which of you wants to go first?
Let's see. Roll a die. If it's odd, I'll go first. If it's even, you go first.
Oh. Wait, who?
I got a 6.
Okay, you're first.
All right.
Telfar, what would you like to do on your 22?
On a scale of 1 to 50 something, how hurt does Norotay look?
Not that hurt.
Well, if he's not gushing blood, then I would like to snipe at one of the werebats that attacked my
Just flip
friend.
him.
Okay, go for it.
We'll call it this guy.
Cool.
And I'm going to roll with advantage because stealth, right? 16 was good enough?
You can roll with advantage. 16 does hit, but you might get a 20.
16 stealth. I'm talking
yeah.
about my stealth. Did they see me?
They did not see you, so yeah, you have advantage. You can roll
Alright,
and
sweet.
see if you get a higher roll.
Here we go. I'm going to go with the 19 over the 3 for a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely drills him.
Let me get my little D6s out. $27 damage.
Jeez. Okay. So, that goblin werebat is no more.
And I will re-roll my hide.
Okay.
Ah, crap, for an 18.
Well, that's better than 16. Okay. You re-roll your hide. The werebats, so this werebat, calls out and yells for the Chul to attack the boat. And the Chul respond.
Wait, I'm on the boat.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the Chul roll a 1 on their initiative, which is going to be terrible.
Do we understand the language that the werebats use to direct the Chul?
No. It appears to be undercommon. Or, I'm sorry. It's not undercommon. It's deep speech.
Ah.
So,
My
no.
tiefling was here.
I know deep speech.
So, yeah, they get a whole whopping 1.
Norotay, did you say you know deep speech?
I do.
Okay, so yeah, you can understand that these werebats are calling out, ordering the Chul to attack the boat with your friends in it, and you can see this happening. Make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage versus DC 24.
No way.
That's a rough roll.
It is very bad.
Did it! I got 24, but barely.
You got a 24? Okay,
I did.
so Norotay, you are the dwarf is standing on the beach with a single tear coming out of his cheek as he realizes that he has led his companions into their doom. This is like a Darth Vader moment where he is watching the Emperor throw lightning at his son. Norotay, I'm going to allow you one action as a reaction to attack the werebat right next to you.
Okay.
The one
Nat
that
20. That's nice.
you got a nat 20?
I
Seriously?
did.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. All applicable damage is doubled.
Nice. Okay. Let's go. Yes. That is nice. I got 4, 12, 17 damage plus another 10.
So 27.
27 times 2.
Yeah,
So that's
you kill
54.
him. So when you lash out at this bat that called out to his Chul buddies, you get
swing my axe. His head's gone.
you basically just destroy this. They're actually goblin werebats, so they're even uglier than normal werebats. And they have like really, really short loincloths, so they're disgusting creatures. But when you do that, you take 10 points of psychic damage from the Aboleth, and you basically hear in your head, "You will obey," and you get like a bloody nose. And it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Do I know where the Aboleth is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know.
Can I cast Banishment on it?
No. So, you are still enslaved by the Aboleth.
Dang it! I thought that 24 was gonna help me get unenslaved.
It gave you a moment of clarity, which then
Okay.
caused you to get a migraine. Which,
Like mortgages.
like, yeah,
enslavement
like
is
welcome
forever.
to adult life.
Okay. I don't know. Is anyone else hurt? I can't really attack anymore.
Well, yeah, you are the Aboleth. Your character is very close to being lost if we can't figure some way out.
Yeah. Rick can cast greater
So the
restoration.
one other way of getting away from an Aboleth, there is one other way, which is not really, it's not really viable, especially considering that you're 4 levels down in a dungeon. So if you were able to somehow cart Norotay away up to 1 mile, he could get another chance at making a saving throw. The only other way to break the enslavement is by killing the Aboleth.
Right.
Or him.
So we
Or him, yeah.
theoretically tie him up and subdue him and make a bunch of checks to get him back to the surface and check and grapple and check and grapple.
I mean, at this stage, that ship's kind of sailed, because you are in a fight with the Aboleth's minions. So
Yeah, no, we've committed at this point. I just
Yeah.
thought we were talking hypothetical.
if you could, I mean, a dwarf is not easy to knock out. I mean, they have like massive constitution and they're, resistant to poison and all this other crap. If you were able to somehow knock him out and tie him up, you could, throw him over the biggest character's shoulder and carry him out of the dungeon. And if you went, up to 1 mile away,
Right. That's all hypothetical.
That's
We're
not
past
even
that.
guaranteeing that he'd be able to break the enslavement. That just means that he would get another saving throw.
No, we've already committed to this massive destruction business. I
Right.
think.
Yeah, scorched earth policy.
Oh, trying to make another save. To try to cast Banishment on the Aboleth.
No, but you could. I would allow you to attack one of the Chul.
Okay, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
a third level spell.
Yeah, technically, you could attack this other werebat that's sitting there too.
Oh, well then I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on him.
Go for it.
That is.
Is he going to take Aboleth damage every time he disobeys?
No.
Okay.
Oh, add rolls. Wait, no. Yeah. It's 3. It's 10, 13, 15, 20 damage.
Oof. Yeah, that hurts. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No. But
Okay.
as a bonus action, I would like to pull out my Sunblade.
Okay.
Because it deals radiant damage.
That is true. That is true. And it will light up this entire island. Because
It will.
It gives off light in a 20-foot radius. It basically, it's 20-foot, bright light, a 20-foot radius, and dim light for an additional 20 feet. So, okay. So you draw out your sun sword. Thrick, what would you like to do? Now you guys have 2 more boats, so you don't have to worry about swimming.
I call out.
It's actually faster if I swim.
That's true. In your case, so because you're lizard folk, it would be faster if you swim.
So, I need to recheck that. All right, I can get there. So I'm gonna swim up to here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
All right. On which one?
On that one.
Okay. So he gets a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Darn. Technically, I'm still not totally convinced that the Chul have attacked anybody.
So he gets a 9, so he's gonna eat damage.
All right, and he hasn't been damaged, right?
No.
All right. That's 19 damage.
Okay.
And then my skeletons are just gonna get on a raft and sail down.
Okay. And are they going to attack anybody?
One of them will shoot the guy on the left.
Okay. So this guy here? Or the one that you
The one I
cast?
attacked.
Yeah, go for it.
17 to hit.
That hits.
4 damage.
Okay. So only one of them is going to attack? You don't want the other one to attack?
Oh, I mean, they would be like right here since they'd be on the boats.
Yeah, they could do. Don't they all have crossbows, or is only one of them?
Only one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't I? Yeah, we'll just put one skeleton on the board to because they take up room. All right, Bemrel, what would you like to do?
So to guide the boats, we have the long poles, right?
Yeah, you have 10-foot poles.
Feasibly could I cast Shillelagh on my pole?
Interesting. I don't see why not. So Shillelagh, if I remember correctly, Shillelagh will work on a quarterstaff, will it not?
Yeah, it will.
So yeah, Shillelagh will work on a quarterstaff, so it would work on a 10-foot pole.
Okay, so I'm gonna poke these guys with 10-foot pole.
Go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna cast Shillelagh, and then let's see if I can hit him.
Sorry, you're attacking the same one
don't
that
think,
just 8 damage?
it turns the die into a D8.
Right. Are you attacking the same one that took damage then?
Yes,
Okay.
but I don't. Does a 10
No.
hit?
No.
That's what I thought.
No.
All right, that's my move.
Okay. Aaron, what would you like to do?
Well, first I use my reaction to duck under the 10-foot pole backside of it.
Yeah, as
That
he's swinging
swings
around.
over me.
Right.
Let's see. I will attempt to jump. That's 10 feet from my character to the edge of the shore. Somewhere, maybe I have another foot or two, is the raft, the edge of the raft.
Yep.
So I'll take a step. This is going to be a standing jump because I don't have 10 feet of running distance to get up.
Okay.
I'm not sure the rules.
Go ahead and make a athletics check.
All right. It looks like a 5.
Oof. So you fall
So,
short
I'm
of
in
the
the
shore, and you are in the water.
Okay.
And but you're not far from the shore. You jump off the boat, and you are in the water. You are wet and treading water.
Well, I'm wearing leather armor, studded leather armor.
Right.
So don't know that I'm sucked to the bottom.
Yeah, you're not going to sink like a stone.
So I will swim the remaining 5 feet or whatever it is, however much is left,
Okay.
to get to shore.
Yep.
And help my buddy Norotay, who I still don't know is. There's been nothing that's convinced me that he's an Aboleth now.
Right.
So I will see if I can. Do I have the movement left?
So what I would
To go
say,
there?
because you had to make the skill check to make the jump because you couldn't make a 10-foot running leap, that would be your action. However, I will allow you to give the help action to Norotay so that Norotay on his turn would get advantage on his attack roll against the werebat.
Okay.
So
I will
you're
do that.
basically distracting the werebat.
Fine. I'll do that. I will use my bonus action to scope out the chul
Okay.
and get my little. And it looks like it hardly ever needs to be done, but
So are you
they
scoping
have
out
to beat
this?
a 29.
Are you scoping
is
out
the
this
old-
one down here?
Yes, the closest one.
Okay, so I don't know that he's going to make it.
It's a deception. He's got to deceive me and hit a 29 or better.
Yeah, no, he does not. He got like a 6. So
Okay, so that just gives me advantage
okay,
on attacking him in the future.
all right. Mittens, what would you like to do?
Let's see. I'm not a fan of water.
Well, you're a tabaxi, so
Gosh dang corners.
Parkour.
So
I got a better idea.
did I tell you guys how my cat climbed up the chimney?
No, but I've seen cats sink their claws into brick. That a rough brick is not a problem for a cat.
Clearly,
I have
clearly.
been reading all about the princess Sooty Butt.
Yeah, she. So she went running out of the bedroom, and I woke up in the morning, and she went running off, and she is so strong. So we have an old 70-inch screen TV that we haven't gotten rid of yet. It stopped working, and we haven't gotten rid of it yet because we don't have a vehicle big enough to load it in there, and anywhere we'd take it is closed right now anyways. And so we had it leaning up, using it to close off the fireplace. We had it leaning up against the entrance of the fireplace, and we had my end table next to my chair sitting in front of it. And she is so strong that she shouldered it aside, knocking it over and knocking over the table and dumping everything off the table. And went into the fireplace. And when I came out, I had seen the carnage that she had created, and I looked over the TV, and that scared her. And because she's only lived with us for less than a week at that point, like 3 days, and she twitched her whiskers and flicked her tail and went foom, and I hear thump, and that was the opening of the flue. The flue was closed, and the cat opened it and went up the chimney. She stayed up. Yeah. So yeah, she's like a rogue with like expertise in stealth and expertise in acrobatics, and evidently she's got opposable thumbs. And so she went up the chimney, and she wasn't stuck. My wife stuck her phone up there and turned the flash on, and she had a video, and we could see her. She was sitting on the smoke shelf. And she stayed up there for like 10 hours. I'm like, what the fuck are we going to do? How are we going to get the cat out? And so finally, she came down on her own after 10 hours, covered in soot. And she was kind enough to allow us to wipe her down with wet washcloths and clean her off. But at one point, I was like, well, maybe I could pick her up and step into the shower. And I probably wouldn't be here talking to you if I'd done that. I'd have bled to death. But yeah. Yeah, she's yeah.
Well, your chimney flue has been cleaned out a little bit there.
We had named her Piper, and I'm thinking maybe we should have named her Sweeper.
What was the name of the guy in Mary Poppins?
I know, right? I was thinking, I'm like, yeah, what was his name? And I've been trying to think of that. I'm like, maybe we should name her after him. But so Mittens, what does the cat who doesn't want to get wet do?
Obviously, cast levitate on himself.
Okay, but here's the thing with levitate is that levitate only goes up and down.
I know. I can just crawl along the ceiling.
Okay, so, well, I mean, technically you could grab the cavern wall and crawl yourself along. So I would allow you to move, I don't know, I guess half your movement rate.
Would I be able to move my climb speed?
Yeah, sure, I'd allow that.
Because I'd be more so just using levitate as a rope.
Right.
Like
an elevator.
I fall and mess everything up.
Right.
Levitate plus parkour.
Right.
Yeah, levitate is only so you don't fall in the water. Mm-hmm. And then you just normally parkour across you zigzag through that little narrow chasm. And
so, yeah, so what is your climb rate?
20.
So, yeah.
Be like clunk.
You could be like,
kind of.
Yeah, like right up here. Yeah.
Moving along.
Is there anything else you want to
do? Not right now, no.
All right. Telfar, what would you like to do?
You could technically dash, right? And get another 20 and be up above the fray since you're levitating.
That's true. That's true.
Levitate used an action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
so the dash is not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to dash. Although he's a tabaxi.
Oh, yeah.
So he...
Bonus?
Yeah, action? You would get another 20 feet of speed. So, yeah, that would actually put you like out here if you wanted
to. Sure. I'm going to try and be like up so these little buggers can't actually reach me with their claws.
Okay. And you're still stealth of the 28, so at least that's what I'm showing. Yeah, we'll go with that. Telfar, what would you like to do?
I am looking at my shark challenge ratings for summoning.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hunter Shark is the biggest I can summon with a 2 challenge rating.
That sounds right.
So I'm looking that up right now because I think that's gonna happen.
You're gonna summon a shark. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not doing it. Vicky the Glider is doing it.
I don't have a shark. Or
I'm looking it up on the Roll20 compendium right now for a Hunter Shark because I think a Hunter Shark is what I want.
right. Well, we'll just God, I don't have anything. I don't have anything that would be suitable, so I'm just gonna use, I guess.
Hunter Shark challenge rating 2. That's my guy. 45 hit points. 12 armor class.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna plop him in the water underneath Telfar.
Okay.
And my Twinga summoned shark goes on my turn, yes?
Correct. So I'm going to
Cool.
give you an icon to show that you summoned a shark. Use a snail icon. So you have a shark.
Sweet.
So,
And I want that shark to attack this guy.
alright, go ahead and make your attack roll for a shark.
That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
2d8 plus 4 piercing damage. Give me just a minute.
2d8 plus 4, that's kind of brutal.
So that's 13 shark bite damage.
Okay. Yeah, ouch. Shrimp dinner.
And Telfar is going to look back at his buddy Norotay on the island and
There's still...
question to himself, how hurt is he?
Norotay hasn't taken any additional damage. There is a very damaged, very extremely injured werebat that is still in combat with Norotay.
That werebat in combat with him looks really worn.
Oh, yeah.
Tore up.
Yeah, he's not looking well at all.
Then I'm going to focus my sniper shot on this one.
Okay.
For 26 to hit.
That hits.
$26 damage.
Ouch. Alright.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm going to rehide.
Okay.
For 20.
Nice. 21.
That's my turn.
Alright. The Chul on 1. I'm not going to be that cruel to Bemeril. This Chul is going to move to the shore and attack Aaron. And this Chul is going to move to the shore and attack Norotay. This Chul is going to attack Thrick. And this Chul will attack Bemeril. So, I will start with Aaron.
Yay! Clarity!
Let's see here. He's going to make 2 pincher attacks. Let's see here. Interesting. Okay. Nat 20 on
Well, that'll
Aaron.
hit.
Wow. Okay, so 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled in its pincher claw. It's going to make its second pincher claw attack. Nat 20. Wow, 2 in a row. That hardly ever happens to me. For another 10 points of bludgeoning damage. So it now has Aaron in both pincher claws. And it would be awesome if it could make a rend attack, but it doesn't. Instead, it's going to try and go and suck you with its tentacles coming out of its mouth.
We haven't known each other long enough for it to do that.
So, Aaron needs to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
How about if I roll a 1 and then I add 1 to it and I get a Constitution of 2? Was that going to make it?
So,
No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
that's not okay at all.
Well, I'm not some sort of, magical little tiny person that gets to reroll his ones.
So you are poisoned, and because you rolled a nat 1, you're going to be poisoned instead of for 1 minute, you're going to be poisoned for 2 minutes. And poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So you are not feeling well.
Ugh.
Now we will do 2 pincher attacks on Norotay. 23 to hit. For 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Second pincher attack. 23 to hit. For 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And Norotay needs to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah, no, this is easy. I rolled a 7 plus 4 is 13.
Nice. So you're not poisoned, just bludgeoned. Bemrel. 23 to hit with the first pincher.
Yeah, that hits.
For 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And you're grappled. 12 to hit with the second pincher. But you're grappled. You're grappled, so you need to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Don't fail me now, Con. I went behind the desk. All right. Crit.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you are not poisoned. 2 pincher attacks on Thrick. Miss with a 10 and miss with a 13. So that is the... What is this Chul going to do? This Chul is not going to do anything. He is going to hold his action. Let's see here.
Action fear me.
Werebat. The Werebat is going to attack Norotay. Scimitar attack. He's going to miss with a 14. And he's going to make a bite attack. Oof, miss with an 8. That was brutal. Alright. Norotay, what would you like to do?
Okay,
Hey,
so
Chris,
Yeah, you're...
I'm not seeing myself on the turn order. I had a 22 initiative as well.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why you went where you went. Go ahead and tell Far, what would you like to do? Because I see where you're at. Here, let me... Can you see anybody else on the turn order?
Yeah, we can see a whole bunch of people.
So I'm not sure why Telfar got moved. Telfar, what would you like to do? They can't hear you.
Your mic is muted.
Sorry. I'll attack the one to the east of Aaron.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack
With
roll.
the shark. The
Yep.
shark.
Yep. Go ahead and make your attack.
That's a 16 to hit.
Yep. That is a hit.
And a 9 for damage.
Okay. And then what would you like to do?
I would like for Telfar to sneak attack this one over here, the same one I did last game.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
That's a 24 to hit.
That definitely hits him.
$23 damage.
Okay. Man, you keep that up, he's going to get mad.
How does my friend Norotay look?
I don't know, Norte, how you looking?
On a scale of 1 to 75, I have about 25.
Brutal.
Sweet. Then, with my bonus action, I would like to aim my wand of superior healing at Norotay for 8d4 plus 8.
Go for it.
I think I'm gonna roll that online.
Yeah. Sometimes when you get those big numbers, you got to just use the digital roller. You think this is bad, man? You should see my Tomb of Annihilation again. It's like, oh, well, you take, 24d6 damage. Like, fine, I'm not going to roll that. Okay, I'll just go ahead and use the digital roller.
Hey, what's better?
So please gain 26 hit points.
Okay.
I sacrifice my hide on that one.
All right.
Thank you.
My turn is over.
So Norotay is no longer
That
hidden.
actually really helped. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, you saved the Aboleth's minion that for some reason the Aboleth is killing.
Right. So Norotay.
I just know that that's my dwarf friend, and I'm gonna help out my dwarf friend because that's what we do RP style for the last almost year.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I'm over there bleeding for this wolf in sheep's clothing.
So Norotay, you have a werebat on one side of you and a chul on the other. The werebat is grievously injured. What would you like to do?
I'm going to attack the werebat with my great axe.
Okay.
And a nat 20 again.
Nice. Seems like there's a lot of those going around tonight.
Yeah.
Of course, I got 2 in a row, so that means I'm probably not going to get any more for like a month.
Yeah. Kind of how it works. That is, oh my gosh.
Complete
Yeah,
annihilation.
I had to roll 1d12 and 1d8. Rolled a 12 and an 8.
Wow. So the werebat, yeah, you
66 damage.
You actually bury you swing and the axe goes through the werebat so hard that it embeds itself in a rock on the island, and you have to pry it loose.
And then I'm going to turn around and cast Guiding Bolt.
You won't be penalized for prying it loose, right?
No.
Well, yeah. Well, do you get a second attack?
Yes, because of the feat. Great
Oh,
weapon master.
right. Yeah, you killed him.
So I'm going to turn and cast Guiding Bolt on the
Chul.
On the Chul.
Chul that's attacking Aaron.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that's 22.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, let's do this. That's 8. 5. And 12. So that is 24. 28 damage.
So 28 damage, and the Chul is now lit up, and anybody that attacks it until the end of Norotay's next turn has advantage on it because it is glowing and sparkly. That's from the Guiding Bolt.
Well,
Although I am
personally,
trying to get its attention.
Yes,
Also,
succeed.
could I try to make a save to cry out, I'm under the Aboleth's control?
No.
Yeah. It was worth a shot.
Thrick, what would you like to do?
Oh. That's okay. If I move past those two in front of me, would they get an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
If I can move through them?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna move through them.
Okay.
Um
So they will both get claw attacks. I know a 19 misses you with your dual shields, and a 13 misses you, and does a 25 hit you?
Nope.
oh man,
And a 21 misses you. So yeah, their attacks of opportunity fail.
And then I'm gonna have my skeletons move up to where I was, like right there.
Okay.
So they're within melee range.
Okay. Who's the skeleton's going to attack?
The one to the left, so that one.
Okay. Go ahead and make your skelly attacks.
And then they'd be flanking, right?
Correct. So they have advantage on their attacks.
13.
That's a miss.
Soft 20.
That's a hit.
And an 18.
And that's a hit.
Alright, so 2. 12 damage.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna cast Hold the Dead on that one.
Alright. So he rolls a 5.
Alright. 19 damage.
Ouch.
That's
Alright.
all my turn.
Okay. Bemerald, what would you like to do?
So I have that one on me. So
Right.
do I have to break out or?
No, you're technically in melee combat, so you could just go ahead and whack on him.
All right, I'll hit him with my improvised quarterstaff.
All right, your shillelagh staff.
So 13 hit.
It does not.
All right.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That is everything I can do.
Okay. Aaron.
okay. So there's a lot of. I marked this guy and understand his fighting, so that gives me advantage. He's got me grappled twice, so that's disadvantage, and now he's glowing, so that's advantage. So I think all that stuff just makes a normal attack.
So you have 2 advantages versus 1 disadvantage, so you are at advantage.
Okay. And he's grappled me with claws.
Correct.
Normal grapples with humans don't cause damage just by themselves. You are just restrained.
Right.
These,
You
being this close, is that the condition with this grapple? He has to hit me and cause more damage, or is he going to do damage with his claws?
Oh, wait a minute. You failed your save, so you're at 2
I'm poisoned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
poisoned
2
too.
disadvantages and 2 advantages, which means you are at normal attack.
Right.
So you're at normal attack. His claws do not do extra damage every turn.
He has to hit me. Okay.
He would have to let go with 1 claw and hit you. Yeah, you can make a normal attack.
All right. I will attack him. And let me get my little guy here. And make sure I'm at normal attack total. And 28, so that will hit.
Yeah.
And the damage is 13.
Okay.
And I don't have advantage on him.
No.
So I don't get the sneak attack damage.
Right.
Now I will use my bonus to call on my strange god's fury and attack him again.
Okay. Go for it.
Man, your god is strange.
Yes. Well, that's a crit. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
And the damage is 12. And if the way we're playing it, you double it to 24. But if you just double the dice, it would be 17.
Nope. 24. So yeah, that really messes this guy up. In fact, with your nat 20, go ahead and make a DC 14 strength check. However, you have to make it a disadvantage because you are poisoned.
Poisoned. 10.
No.
Okay.
So you're still grappled. Mittens, what would you like to do?
And move over here. And
Cast Fireball. Well.
no. And let go. And just float in place. Because I planned ahead. Cast Firebolt on that boy.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. I think it would be really funny if things like Firebolt or Fireball had recoil. So while you were levitating, every time you cast a spell, you're like, oh, and you get thrown back.
I just go like, poof.
Yeah.
Poof.
Right.
So does a 19 hit.
It does.
Sweet. 28 damage.
28? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hell of a firebolt. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nah. Just floating in place. Chilling out, shooting fire.
All right. The Jewel. I'll make 2 claw attacks on Norotay. Miss 23 to hit. And you're grappled for 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And Norotay needs to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, but you get to make it with advantage because you have resistance versus poison.
That's not very good. That's not better. 14.
So you succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 claw attacks. Oh, actually, since Aaron's grappled, he's going to make 1 claw attack. With the other claw, with an 18 to hit. Does that hit you, Aaron?
Sorry, I had the mute on. 18 does not hit.
Okay, he misses you. And 2 claw attacks on Bemrel. 12 to hit.
Miss.
And a 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
For a,
Carried a second shield.
for 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and he has you grappled, so you need to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
$14.
Alright, so you are not poisoned, but you are grappled. So, let's see here. Norotay and Aaron and Bemrel are at disadvantage because they are grappled. And their movement is 0. Let's see here. I'm going to make 2 attacks on Thrick. Miss. And a miss. And this one will continue to hold his action. Telfar, it is your turn.
More shark attacks.
Alright.
Uh,
Oh, and this guy... Yeah, this guy is not glowing anymore.
Yeah. This guy that I just pinged is for a shark attack
Okay.
for 20 to hit.
That hits.
$14 damage.
Okay, so Aaron, you see this shark bite this this Chul, like right through his midsection, tear his arm off, and drag him back down into the water. The claw is still attached to you, but there's just nothing else on the other end. It's just goo and blood coming out of the severed arm.
I flip him off.
That's what you get. What else would you like to do, Telfar?
I'd like to make an attack on this same guy.
Okay, go for it.
I re-roll 1. That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That's for 9 damage.
Okay.
And I will re-roll my stealth.
Okay.
With the guidance. For 17 stealth.
Okay. Yeah, they do not see you. Norotay, what would you like to do?
Oh, it's already my turn. Okay. I am going to cast Guiding Bolts on the one right in front of me.
Okay.
And so that is to hit.
I'm sorry, what?
18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
So So that is and also he's glowing.
Yep. So how many points of damage?
17.
Okay. And he's glowing. All right. So everybody gets advantage on attacking him. Thrick, what would you like to do?
Are any of my party members terribly wounded?
Norotay took damage. Aaron's taken damage, I believe. And Bemeril, I think. Didn't Bemeril take some damage? So I don't know. You guys can hash it out on.
Norotay is feeling much better.
Yeah.
My HP bar I have displayed, I think. It's the green bar.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Bemeril isn't looking great. He's down at least by half, almost.
Aaron's got a couple of cracked ribs, but he's managing to fight.
All right. Where is it? I'm gonna cast mass healing word
Okay.
on Bamriel, Narute, Aaron. Well, actually, just anyone who needs it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your dice to see how much they can get back.
First. $16 health each.
Nice. So yeah, Norotay, Aaron, and Bemeril, you get 16 back, and then Thrick, did you want your skeletons to do anything?
Yeah. They'll attack the one who's been attacking.
Okay.
That misses. Does a nat 20 hit?
No, yeah. All
And
damage
does
doubled.
a 23 hit?
Yes.
So that's wow. 20 damage from the nat 20,
Okay.
and then 8 damage from the other one, so 28 total.
Okay. Yeah, that hurts. And then is there anything else you want to do?
Let's see. So I think that was an. Oh, okay. That's my. And then I'm also gonna cast if my pencil lead can come out. Mass cure wounds.
Okay.
Mass healing word was a bonus action.
Nice.
Sorry.
7. No, let me just roll it on the thing.
Yeah, sorry.
They each
There you
gain
go.
24 health.
Nice. So yeah, everybody gets 24 health back.
Yay! That heals
Nice.
me back to full.
Yeah, that's a total of 40 hit points.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's nice. Man, clerics are awesome. Bemerald, what would you like to do?
Believe I have to get out of grapple.
Yeah, you could either get out of grapple or you could make an attack at disadvantage.
I like my odds on that second one. So I'll take a swing at him again. Maybe I'll hit.
Okay.
So first one's an 18. Next
That
one's a
hits.
12. So
18 hits.
well, I
Oh, you're at disadvantage.
advantage, but
Yeah, so
that
12.
is an 18 total.
Then yes, that hits.
All right. 12 damage.
Nice. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do?
That's my action.
Okay. Aaron.
Okay.
So this guy, you have advantage to attack because he's glowing and sparkly.
Right. Well, he is clearly going to take a beating.
So because you have advantage on your attack with him, you also get sneak attack.
About dang time. I mean, heck, that's why I'm a rogue. Okay, 23 to hit.
Yep, that gets him.
and- Yeah. 14 regular damage,
Okay.
plus another 12 sneak.
All right.
And I will use my bonus action to continue to show my god's fury at this battle and attack him again.
All right.
But can't do the sneak. And
Yeah.
I had
hits him.
advantage. I still had advantage, so that's legit. Okay, so 20 hits and another 12.
Nice. All right. Mittens, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna firebolt this one again.
Okay, go for it.
Soft 20.
Yeah, that gets him.
$29.
29 points? Wow. Ouch. Yeah, so this guy's starting to smell like cooked lobster. Your stomachs are kind of growling. I mean, as long as you're hungry for otherworldly lobster. Is there anything else Mittens would like to do?
Nah, that's it.
All right.
Conjure butter.
Yes, conjure garlic. I believe the conjure butter spell actually uses garlic as a material component. So this Chul, because Norotay is grappled, this Chul is going to make a single pincher attack with a 24 to hit. And he does 11 points of bludgeoning damage to Norotay. And let's see here. Chul's going to attack Bemerald with one claw. Soft 20 to hit for 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And this Chul is going to attack Thrick.
Uselessly.
19 to hit, I know misses. And
Oh, there are skeletons over there too.
a 12 to hit misses. Yeah, I know, I could wipe out the skeletons. And since they would sink to the bottom of the water, he wouldn't be able to do anything with them. Maybe I'll do that. and we just
I mean,
finally
I still could revive them at the
we
bomb
could
boat.
kill Dix 2 forever.
But the Chulls are having more fun beating on the drum that is the shields.
Right?
Yeah,
All right.
they're just getting mad.
Like
Give me just a moment, and I will be right back.
They're playing a Jamaican melody on.
Honestly, not like I wouldn't just swim to the bottom of the pool and just revive them.
Oh yeah, that's the great thing about bones.
Yeah. I mean, they could also just walk across the bottom. They don't need to breathe.
Nope. But they can't reach up through deep
Yeah.
water to attack. Yeah.
They just stack on each other.
You could stick some lumber between their ribs, and then they would sort of float.
Just float them up.
Using skeletons as power sources would be kind of fun. Like you just embed them in rafts and stick wooden paddles to their feet and let them, kick their feet and drive around, powerboat.
They just end up becoming a transformer.
Just anywhere you need some power, you just hammer them in. If you want to make a big, like a mecha, you just,
Yeah. Oh my god.
just nail their, bodies into joint between the elbow and the elbow joint and have them flex back and forth.
Man, there really should be like a better skeleton spell, like a giant skeleton or something. By like combining different creatures together.
Well, if it only takes like say 2 or 3 bones to create a skeleton. So let's say you take the other 40 that you have and you put them in a bag, you pull out 3 and you create your skeleton. And then you grab another 3 of the remaining 37 and you raise that skeleton. Do those bones just automatically latch into the one you created, or does it create another skeleton?
I don't know. That's a weird thing.
Stuff gets weird when you start asking about magic rules.
I mean, if you just have, like, say you have the head and a foot and, a couple of bones in the foot, and you raise that skeleton, is the head sitting on the foot and it just kind of bounces around and it can't really do much? Or does it, like, get some illusionary or some sort of summoned fake bones to complete out the set? Inquiring minds want to know.
These are premium questions. They're premium.
I think we should do that next time we go up to the top when we have some downtime. Just throw that out and say, Chris, we're going to do these experiments and see what we get. And just watch him squirm.
Just experiment with
Yes.
skeletons.
Okay. Telfar, what would you like to do?
Shark attack.
All right.
On this guy right here.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
He's still in the water, right?
Yeah, he's still in the water. He's going to be distracted because he's attacking. He's actually on the rocky shore. I'm going to say that the shark has stealth, so the shark can make his attack with advantage.
All right, that sounds good to me.
I mean, fair's fair, right?
Yeah, why not? He didn't do very well. That's 8. That's 16 to attack.
Yep, that hits.
That hits. All right, why not?
The
For
sharks
11
get-
damage.
11.
That's correct.
All right. And then what would you like to do?
I'm gonna keep sniping the thing I've been sniping. Over
Okay.
there by 16.
You're just gonna keep picking on this guy until he dies, and you
Yeah,
get
that's
advantage
the
on your
idea.
attack, and you get sneak attack.
$19 to hit.
That is a hit.
$23 damage.
Oof. Ouch. Yeah, he's hurting pretty bad.
Well, he should be. He's taken 3 sneak attacks.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Oh, do you want to stealth again?
Yes, I do. And I'm going to use a luck point. I'm assuming my luck points are still with last week's game.
Correct.
Right. So that'll be my second one out of 3. For a 19 to hide.
All right. Man, what's wrong? Usually, I'm used to you getting like, I rolled a 29 for my stealth, or I rolled a 27.
I don't know what to say. The dice are just being silly today.
Yeah, the dice are sucking. Yeah,
I think it's because she's controlling the shark, so she has to keep yelling out orders.
Right. I actually saw a post that I thought was actually really funny. The casinos are offering curbside service during the pandemic. If you call ahead of time, they'll send somebody out and just take your money directly from your car. Norotay, what would you like to do? Keep in mind, you are grappled and you are at disadvantage. Well, you'd be at normal attack because this guy's glowing until the end of your turn.
So I'm going to attack him with my great axe,
Okay, go for it.
and that's a soft 20.
That's a hit.
And that's a 12, 17, 30 damage.
Wow. So again, you just you crack this guy's shell, and like lobster parts internally start just falling outside of the shell, and he collapses into the water.
This
Okay,
completes.
and then I'm going to guiding bolt. This is my last one that I can do. Going to guiding bolt. The one that Alyssa has been shooting.
All right, this one here, go for it.
23.
Yep, that hits.
Nice. 9. 16. 21 damage.
Ooh. So yeah, you blast this guy with guiding bolt, and you see this lobster person sink into the water and then bob face down in the water. And when that happens, all sorts of delicious things.
Let me start to. Oh, jeez. Okay, here it is.
Here we go.
Oh, he looks so ugly. Mm-hmm.
We were talking about Nathan, the other DM, and I were talking about how I love Aboleths. And I was telling him, like, really, when you get into a fight with an Aboleth, they're not that, a toe-to-toe fight, they're not that bad. And I told him, I said, but all of my players are just terrified of him. And he's like, well, if you can get into your player's head psychologically, you've already won. So he's going to go on 16. Darn. So when you kill this this final Chul, Iluun the Aboleth surfaces. And he starts flooding your head with images of you and your party members' deaths, and most of those images involve you helping him kill your party members, and you keep hearing him say, "Do you see?" And he's like showing you these flash images of these terrible things that he's going to do to your party members, and you take another 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay, now I'm starting to hurt a little bit.
I got a bloody nose.
You. Are you kidding me?
I need an Excedrin. I got a headache. Does anybody have an Anison?
You better have spell slots for your healing yourself.
You're right. The Aboleth.
Yeah.
The Aboleth. Seeing the smoke on the water, the Aboleth is going to move and attack Thrick with 3 tentacle attacks.
Ask banishment.
19 misses. 26 to hit.
That hits.
And a 15 misses. So, let's see here. He hits you 16 points of bludgeoning damage. And you must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. Or become diseased.
Alright. DC what?
16?
Oh,
I'm sorry,
I
14.
failed. Oh, I succeeded.
Okay. Alright.
14.
Alright. God, he can take lair actions too. However, he's already used 2 points for this, or 2 of his lair action points for this turn. Okay, so you can take 1 other lair action. Thrick, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast banishment on him.
Thank you.
Okay, so he gets a save for that. Is it a wisdom save?
I believe so.
Let me look it up here. Banishment. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting.
Charisma.
It's a charisma save versus your spell save DC.
Yep.
Oh no. So he got a 12, so he failed.
That fails.
So hold on a second here. Let me see if I can get this action. Here we go.
And then...
So it requires concentration up to a minute.
Yep. And then I'm gonna cast a Sanctuary on myself, since that's not a concentration spell.
Okay. So then... hold on here. I have to look something up on the Aboleth.
Don't you go in, just like
So if the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, it's not to a harmless demiplane.
Where do aboleths come from?
That's a really good question. So, technically speaking, if an aboleth dies, it does reform on another plane. And it doesn't really. Aboleths have been here since before the gods. That doesn't necessarily mean that they don't come from another plane. So, I am going to rule that your banishment spell, everybody hears a and the aboleth vanishes. And Norotay is no longer enslaved.
Thank you.
So you basically banished the aboleth back to the far realm.
All right.
Is there?
So I'm gonna have my skeletons just hit on the one they've been hitting on.
Okay, go for it.
Finally take him out for a date.
16 to hit, 18 to hit, and a 23 to hit.
All three of those hit.
All right.
You don't have to be you just walk in and be like,
27 damage.
Yeah, your skellies come up and just beat the crap out of him. Your skeletons are still beating on him, and he's like dead. And they're just splashing water like 5-year-olds taken out to the lake. And they're just.
I'm glad there wasn't anyone underneath.
Right, exactly. This time there's nobody underneath. You know, I told the story about you saving Bemrel from the Dark Mantle. Everybody thinks that's hilarious. Everybody finds that the funniest thing they've heard in a long time.
Well, that's the whole
helping.
purpose of the dark panel.
Yes, please stop helping me. Bemrel, what would you like to do?
So I'm still grappled.
You are.
I'm gonna try and so I have to be what? There has to be 5 feet of distance between me and a target when using Eldritch Blast.
Or it's disadvantage.
Right, or it would be disadvantage because you'd be shooting at point blank range.
I'm already at disadvantage. Can I have disadvantage?
No, you're just a disadvantage.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and Eldritch Blast him a couple times.
Go for it.
17 and 15. So first attack is soft 20.
That's a hit.
8 and 6. So and the next one is 11.
That would be a miss.
Okay, so I hit him once. He takes 10 damage.
Nice.
The moral of the story is big sticks are useless.
You know, that's not true, though. I mean, I've seen some druids, like, really tear shit up with with shillelagh, so... God, can you imagine, like, a druid monk cross-class? That would just be ridiculous.
I saw that before, and it was stupid.
Yeah, I'm going to cast shillelagh, and then I'm going to use this quarterstaff, and I'm going to spend a key point to do stunning strike, and I'll spend another key point for flurry of blows. And, you know, I'm going to kill everything in the room.
Oh no, it's just because they would use key points when they were transformed into animals.
Mm-hmm.
Like a constrictor.
Yeah. Well, I've got a friend who's playing he's a Batiri Goblin, level 1 Barbarian, level 7 Druid. And so he'll shape change into a Velociraptor and then rage. And then use Reckless Attack and go on a blood frenzy and just annihilate everything. It's like watching, you know, a pissed off cat in a blender. Aaron, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Well, I take a knee, empty my stomach, and pull my bow from off my back. Finger and a thumb. I strip the water from the magical strand that strings, because otherwise, in real life, that'd be a wasted bow.
Yeah, right.
And I will plink at this kind of confused and lost Chul, who is no longer a finger puppet.
Yes.
Let's see, I don't think... Yeah, that's right. And make sure I'm at disadvantage, because I am sick as a dog. I was kind of wondering, how many disadvantage sources can you have and still only have one level of disadvantage? So anyway, I rolled a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
And 12 piercing damage.
Oof. Yeah,
And
he is hurting. So here's a good point. Thrick is in the water, and I forgot about him. The water is poisoned. Thrick, make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. I was just thinking about that. I'm like,
21.
okay, so you're not poisoned. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, oh yeah, Aaron got poisoned, but yeah, who else is in the water? And Thrick had said he swam, so I was like, oh yeah, you're poisoned in the slimy water. So the water has this coating on top of it. It's not like oil. It's more like that greasy water that you puke up when you're dry heaving. That's what's floating on the water. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm gonna move away from my vomit and that disgusting water.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Mittens, what would you like to do?
Firebolt.
Okay.
This boy is gonna be one crispy dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably is.
9 damage.
Yeah. So you hit him, and he boils from the inside out, and the water around him literally starts to boil. He is dead, and so are all the Chul. Well done, guys.
Now we just need to kill the boss.
So Thrick's already swimming around, so he can swim down there and loot the bodies and pull out eyeballs and valuable things from underwater, right?
So yeah, Thrick, make a perception check.
Not one.
Wow. So Thrick has goo in his eyes and fails to find anything. Everybody make an insight check.
$22.
Soft 20.
No, 23.
So you guys are aware this was the Aboleth. He was the big bad on this level. You're aware of that. You would think that an Aboleth would probably have some kind of treasure hoard that it was stockpiling. You're not finding it on the island. On the island, you find what you just find what Talfar had already found. Basically, there is this bloated statue. It's a statue of a petrified Audiug that the Kuatoa were worshipping as a god named Bulbaslop. And there is treasure quote-unquote treasure piled around the Audiog's feet. There's 3,300 copper pieces, 670 silver pieces, and 350 gold pieces. But you realize that this is not the treasure that you would expect from an Aboleth.
Can I
All
can I make
heard
an
was
investigation?
the gold pieces.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Go ahead, Liam.
I'm making an investigation check around the area, or several if you prefer that.
Go ahead and make an. Are you just searching the island, or are you searching the water as well?
Searching the water around it as well.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
That is pretty good, actually. Is 21.
So, with your investigation check, you determine that this lake, the water comes out of the lake in the areas that you came in. There's this one and there's this one. They go out to the river deep, which flows further deep down into Undermountain. You're assuming that this river picks up in rapids and flows downward towards the next level. But you are also able to determine that in this area over here, there is a calming of the water.
And we had the sun sword out, which illuminated that what looks to be a cave to some solid land there where 16C is.
Right.
And that was dimly lit, and we've got all these dark vision guys and all, so it's just lit up. It's easy to see.
Well, you don't see 16C.
No, just the hole. I see that cavern entrance.
Right, but it's
Could
underwater.
Oh, okay.
Start doing some laps around the island.
Okay. Yeah, you do some laps around the island. You kind of see the same thing that Norotay is noticing, that the water around 16B, or really to the southwest of 16B in here, calms down. But the water from the lake starts to leak out of the area, out from here, and it leaks into the river.
Does the shark see anything that looks like an underwater hidden treasure stash? Anything good?
You would have to dive into the water to find out.
Can your shark help?
The shark is a
This is
summoned
actually a
creature.
fae.
Yeah, is the shark actually a fae?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fae creature.
Okay, so the shark could go down. If you wanted to send the shark to investigate, you could, and it could come back and report to you.
That's what I'd like to do.
Okay. So the shark goes and checks out this area and reports to you that there is an underwater cave here that leads to a 30-foot high cave, and that there is a Kuatoa whip and two Kuatoas that are standing guard on a pebble beach inside the cave.
Easy.
How deep is the underwater cave?
40 feet.
So we'd have to swim down 40 feet and go through and then come back up 40 feet? Is that how that works?
Right. Well, you'd swim down 40 feet, and then when you swim through this cave and come up on the other side, it is like maybe 15 feet to come up on the other side.
Wow. I'm glad that Aaron doesn't understand anything about physics.
Well, I mean, the cave is underwater, but the cave itself isn't full of water. So
Right.
You're going to swim down 40 feet, but you're only going to rise up 15 before you break the surface, and there's a beach there.
Right. So the Aboleth lived down here. We found an underwater cave. The skeletons can kind of walk around the bottom of this and see if we've got treasure from dead things sinking to the bottom or something else. It shouldn't.
Right.
They can roam around, so we don't want to just give up because we found a cave. So we'll search the bottom.
Okay.
Make sure there's no Aboleth eggs or anything like that. We want to.
Have left late eggs? Huh? I mean, that sounds appropriately gross. That's probably something that Aboleth do. Yeah, you don't find anything at the bottom of this lake.
Okay, so we need to investigate that underwater cavern there. We're looking for treasure, and Aboleth ought to have some.
So yeah, looks like we have to go to that cave.
Yeah. You guys want to camp out next to this statue of an Odiug? I mean, we took a big beating. We've been traveling a lot.
So yeah, who wants to go to the island?
You mean
What?
like just for camping, or?
Yeah, yeah.
Are we talking long rest here or what?
Well, it's
I
up to you. It's up to you guys. I mean, there was a lot of spells flung around. There was hit points that were downed. So if you want to take a long rest, I suppose you could. There's nothing, as far as the Aboleth is concerned, there's nothing left in here that would be a threat to you. So
Yeah, we can take a rest.
Yeah, my cape is very, very tired.
okay, so you guys take a long rest. Everybody make a perception check.
Before we do that, I have all my skeletons stay on guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys setting a watch as well, or are you just leaving the skeletons?
Well, I'd like for my shark to make circles around the island for as long as that fae creature is interested.
Okay.
We're in the Underdark, so we should have watches.
I'll take
Okay.
a watch.
Okay.
I'll take one. I'm one of those elf guys.
Those 4-hour elf guys.
Yep.
So who is taking the first watch?
Aaron will take it.
I need a lot of sleep.
On the first watch, you notice the 3 Kuatoa that were that were reported that were in the cave swim out and come out from the underwater cavern. They are no longer enslaved, and they leave to go rejoin their colony. They ignore. They look up at you, and while you're standing watch, you guys have a damp campfire that's burning, and you can hear, and they swim off, and leave you guys where you're at.
Sweet.
Did they have? I'll do perception, but did they have large backpacks on their back?
No, they did not.
Okay.
Don't worry, they didn't take your shit. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, Aaron's down here for the loot. That's the story. Criminal background. He's trying to go straight, but he still likes money.
So you guys can refill all of your spell slots. You can get back all of your hit points. I will be right back.
And we get back all of our capes, and we get back all of our luck points, and we get back all of our blessings from our chwingas.
You get a new blessing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 8 hours, right?
Yeah. I mean,
That's a new day.
yep.
I'm for it.
I'm just glad that the chules and they sunk. Otherwise, we'd have to smell their rotting carcasses.
Telfar is not above trying a new cuisine.
I think it'd be too hard to harvest. You know how much we'd have to charge for a plate of chul up at the Troll Skull Manor in order to make it profitable?
I know, and getting it back up to the surface, good grief.
Yeah, we need a bag of holding or something that keeps meat from spoiling during the days it takes to get back.
I think we can pay for like a hired mule, like somebody. Telfar would be willing to do it. Just get a hireling that makes dungeon to surface runs and takes all our shit back to the Troll Skull Map.
Well, you'd need a wagon or cart or something like that was iced down. Like maybe he could cast, some sort of cold spell to keep it.
Like, what the fuck are we gonna do with 3,000 copper coins? I'm not moving.
I mean, that's like
I'm not moving that.
30,000 copper coins is like what, 3,000 gold? I mean, what's the point?
No, it's nowhere close.
300 gold? I mean,
300. Yes. Yeah.
But it takes like a cart of donkeys to get it.
here's the thing about copper coins, though. So let's say that you're in a city and you go to the local tavern. So if all you have in your purse is gold coins and platinum pieces or electrum pieces or even silver pieces, every rogue in the city is going to be like, we're going to go pick on that guy. Because you're not paying the correct amount. You're like, oh, well, what? A meal is like 4 copper pieces? Here, my good man, I'm going to give you a gold piece. Keep the change. And then everybody's like, holy shit, this guy's got a ton of money. Let's rob him. So, in one of my other campaigns, I had a paladin that kept doing that. He's like, every time they'd go to a tavern, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to give the barkeep like 4 gold pieces because I want good service. I want to make sure he's taken care of." And everybody's like, "Hey, stupid, stop doing that." And so finally, like the 6th time he did it, I was like, "All right, well, I have to do something about this." And so I did. I had the Thieves Guild like mark him. They're just going to kill him and take all of his crap.
Yeah, but, if I see a pile of coins, and one's a pile of copper coins, and one's a pile of silver coins, and one's a pile of gold coins, but I can only fill 2 pockets.
So, here's the thing. So, I finally...
I'm gonna get handfuls of.
It is actually evidently in the player's handbook. It is buried in there. But Jeremy Crawford had brought up that 50 coins equals 1 pound. So, my recommendation, I mean, you're carrying all of this gold anyways. My recommendation to everybody would be to keep at least 50 copper on you just for, going to the tavern or purchasing, simple services, paying the stable keep or, paying the barkeep at the tavern or even, agreed that if you're buying information, then you're going to have to deal in silver or gold. But, even a few copper pieces goes a long way when you're dealing with street urchins.
I'm just trying to think about what a halfling's carrying capacity really is.
No, you're right, because I don't bother with encumbrance.
Stuff and I've got my things, but it's like,
right.
How much gold can I really carry at one time? I'm not going to be carrying around sacks of copper.
Right. If you're going to be going for coin, you're going to be going for the good stuff, not the cheapo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
we need to invest in a bag of holding as soon as we possibly can.
And considering that you're directly below Waterdeep, you can find a coin exchange just about anywhere. I mean, if you want 100 copper pieces, you can give them a gold piece, and
well, it seems like the 2 rogues are going into business. business to finance the Troll Skull Manor. And if that's what we're doing, then by all means, friend, yeah, we're gonna invest in one of those. We can just haul all of our crap everywhere. 3,000 gold pieces? Yeah, put it in the bag.
Yeah, just put it in the bag. Don't
So-
even
Put
ask
it in the
questions.
bag. Just put it in the bag.
So,
Yep.
in addition, with your long rest, so Aaron, you're no longer diseased or poisoned. Anybody who's in the water it gets over their disease because it only lasts a minute, or excuse me, it lasts longer than a minute, but everybody's saved on that anyways, which is good because it's horrific. So who is swimming down into the cave?
Me.
I can swim,
Okay.
Aaron will go,
and then I'll bring my skeletons with me.
Okay.
and we're gonna do bless on people before we jump in and do this.
So is anybody
Telfar
staying
is
on the
going
island?
Telfar is going to stand guard in the air outside of the cavern.
Okay. So everybody that's jumping into the water needs to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
And you get to add a D4 because of the bless.
Right.
Aaron made it.
Okay.
I made it.
Okay.
Also, I think Telfar is going to need a new blessing.
Well, Telfar's flying around, right?
Yes,
So you're not going into the water, so you're good.
that's correct. But we had a long rest. And do I get a new blessing on a new day?
We'll worry about. Let's worry about your new blessing next week.
Sure.
Because
No problem.
we're getting close to the end, and it'll be easier to just give you a new one at the beginning of the game session.
No worries.
So what about Bemeril? Are you going into the water?
He typed that he will stay on the island.
Okay. And Mittens, what about you?
I'll go, but I'll polymorph into something first.
Okay. A Quiver.
What are those things? The floomps?
Yeah, Floop. Yeah.
Paul-
One of the dumbest creatures ever, but yeah, you gotta love Floomps. I had a beholder attack a party that whenever they would screw up and miss, he would be like, "Oh, you fight like Flumps."
That's it. Flump. I was trying to remember the name. Yeah.
So, Mittens, what are you going to polymorph into? An alligator.
Probably a shark. Oh wait, I found it. House. Hold on. Where's the one I'm thinking of?
A giant honey badger.
A beaver.
plesiosaur.
A plesiosaur. Huh? Okay. Yeah, you could do that. So, the
Just take a
plesiosaur,
dive and immediately just grow huge.
you would still need to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, though.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so the plesiosaur, you are diseased, and what happens is after 1 minute, the diseased creature's skin becomes translucent and slimy.
Yeah, these ones aren't fun.
The creature cannot regain hit points unless it is underwater, and the disease can be removed only by a heal or another disease-curing spell of 6th level magic or higher. When the creature is outside a body of water, it takes 1d12 acid damage every 10 minutes unless moisture is applied to the skin before 10 minutes have passed. So
That sucks.
yeah, you're a fishy person now.
Imagine being a fishy person.
Yeah. So the rest of so a plesiosaur is not going to fit in this cave. Clearly, I mean, I don't think. Let's see. This cave's the cave's 12 feet wide. I don't think a plesiosaur is going to fit in there. Your ass is too big,
What
but
size is large?
bigger than 12 feet, I would think. I mean, yeah, you might be
10.
able to squeeze in there. So in the cave, you find the underwater passage to this 30-foot high cave. The water is slimy and foul. Every surface of the cave is covered in slime. There is a pebble-strewn beach with dead crabs and rotting fish on it, and treasure. The treasure, you find 600 gold pieces, a copper goblet that's worth 1 gold piece, but it looks really cool. A tarnished and dented silver pitcher worth 5 gold pieces, and the pitcher is stamped with the logo of the Yawning Portal. A rotted leather bracer inset with 3 peridot that are worth 500 gold pieces each.
A what now?
It is-
Paradots.
yes. Sorry, paradots, yes.
Paradiddles.
You find a corked bottle containing a spell scroll of magic weapon. And you find a damp bag of holding.
Oh.
And in
Everything goes in the bag of holding.
Everything.
in the
Now
bag
we have copper coins.
in the bag of holding, you find something.
We all get 100 gold pieces.
How many paradox was that again?
It was 3 worth 500 each.
Got it.
So much money.
Bag of holdings for everything.
It can only hold 25,000 coins.
Only.
God damn. Looks like we can't carry much.
In the bag of holding, you find boots of levitation.
I want those. You know, I already have my fast boots. Someone else can have the levitating boots.
Well, let's get the list and then we'll do a roll off or assign them.
And you find a staff of the woodlands.
Oh, what is that?
Staff of the woodlands is...
Let's see, it's a +2 attack and damage. Ooh, +2 to spells. Dispel attack rolls.
but requires attunement by a druid.
It's a druid kind of thing.
Okay, there we go. Yes.
Sounds like it'd be a druid weapon.
We don't have a druid, right?
No.
So that means it's worth a ton of money. We're going to sell it.
And
Stays in
there's
the bag of holding.
one other item that you find. Oh, it's an Ot 3. So, you find a +2 longsword.
Nice.
Nice. I don't
Sunblade
think
is
anyone-
already a +2 longsword.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really needs it unless someone does.
Nope.
Might as
You'll
well be in a,
double.
shove it in the bag of holding.
So we have boots of levitation that the party might want. It's levitation. I don't think I want them. And what was the staff of the woodlands we're going to sell?
And then +2 longsword.
And +2 longsword. Anybody want the +2 longsword?
Nah.
You can sell it probably.
Pass on levitation.
Okay.
Might as well
So-
give it to Mittens.
Which one?
Mittens.
Well, the sword or the boots or what?
Oh, boots.
Okay. Yeah. The
Yeah,
boots
give a
could be
sorcerer
useful.
a longsword.
And the longsword we might kind of keep in a vault somewhere because we do occasionally lose stuff. And it's kind of hard to come by. Or we can sell it, I don't care.
I'd definitely like to compare notes with Aaron and see what we have in our community bag.
Yeah, let's see. I do need to add this to my list of loot.
On command, these leather boots allow the wearer to levitate as if they had cast levitate on themselves.
All right, so
Price 7,500 gold.
I added the boots of levitation. We've got a staff of the woodlands added. We've got add an item.
No, we're giving the boots of levitation to Mittens. Those.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll subtract that out. There was a third magical item. Oh, the sword.
Right, there's a +2 longsword. Staff of the woodland. Scroll of magic weapon. 3 paradots worth 500 gold each. 1 fancy pitcher from the yawning portal.
Should return it to them.
1 fancy copper goblet and 600 gold pieces. And our previous loot from other things, we should also throw in, I think it was 2 gems worth 100 gold each, 4 obsidian scarabs marked with the house Avrendil for 25 gold each.
We only have 4. We only have 4 of those. I had somehow I thought we had 5
Maybe we have 5.
because we kept stumbling across those things.
We did. We've also got 2 fancy bracelets worth 25 gold each. And a +1 sheet.
Yeah, I think I'm missing some of those items. But then the most important one of all is the bag of holding.
That is holding all of the items.
Magical bag holding a bunch of magical items and then 3,000 copper pieces.
Right, don't forget the 3,000 copper
Yes.
pieces.
Yes, we're going to go back and scoop up all that stuff. We can now. And anybody that's not part of the Troll Skull Manor, we will pay a reasonable share because it's going to be used to transport stuff back and forth, or we can just call it a party asset. However you want to do it.
Well, you know, if somebody else wants to be a partner, I'm open to more partners. We seem to have lost a couple.
Well, we'll call that one
Looking
a
at
party
you
asset.
there, Bemeril.
I think for the time being, I'll continue being somewhat of a mercenary.
All right, then. And I suppose he'll get a cut.
Yep.
So, Carl, you got the comprehensive list of our magic bag loot?
Probably not. Nope. I'm typing on a little tablet here and going slowly. I got the impressive things. There's I did not get yet, because I have to type them in and make them up from scratch, the goblet. And
yeah, just a copper goblet worth 1 gold. I don't know.
Was it?
Fancy
Was
thing.
it? It was just fancy. It wasn't marked.
No, not marked.
Okay, and it was like 1 gold piece or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we had. Takes a while to do this. I got the Parados. I didn't worry about the rotted bracer. I figured we just plucked it out and threw away the rotted bracer or something.
No, we don't need that.
There was something else that was an item. I got the scroll
of magic weapon and a fancy.
And like give that back to them.
Yeah. I think Chris said it was, I'm guessing it was like 25 gold or something like that.
So the first thing, so Bemeril said that he was going to he wanted to continue being a mercenary, but so part of the benefit of buying in and being a partial owner in Trollskull Manor is that every 10 day they get to make a business check, and right now they're at a plus 20 to their business check. That business then can make money, and then everybody makes additional gold on top of that. So even if you wanted to continue being a mercenary, this may not be the least intelligent investment you might make. I don't know what the owners of Trollskull Manor want to charge to have somebody be added as a signer. That's up to them. I can tell you they spent a lot of actual money, like real life money, because in the store we have the gold doubloons, and they gave up a lion's share in order to rebuild this tavern. So I don't know what they want to charge to add a new member. That's up to them. That's up to the players. But there is a benefit to doing that. It's not just a responsibility. It's that you actually get stuff out of it usually. The other side of that is that there's plenty of contacts that, for a mercenary type character, there's plenty of contacts that come in there. They have a bearded devil that plays 3 dragon ante with the minimum bet of somebody's soul is sitting in a corner. They have a group of were-rats that work as bodyguards and tavern keeps, and their bartender is a poltergeist. So there is an interest value as far as wanting to buy into that.
Such a fun place.
Yeah, it's entirely up to you, but I just wanted to let you know that there are benefits to doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that buy-in is, but I have 10 gold to my name.
Oh, well, this should be divvied up. I'm sure
You're gonna have more once we go sell all this business.
So, Talfar, while you are flying overhead and guarding everything, and everybody's down in the cave, you see that there are a congregation of 6 Kuatoa that swim in from here, this little side passage. They swim in and they come over to the island, and they lay some shells and some copper pieces at the foot of the statue of Bulbaslop. And one of them, you can clearly tell, is a Kuatoa chieftain or priest of some kind. And he turns around and looks up in the air at you, flying, and gets down on his knees and bows and reaches into a pouch of his, and he pulls out a large fist-sized green gem that is perfectly crystal clear, and says something in Undercommon. Do you speak Undercommon?
I do.
I don't.
He speaks some. He speaks something in Undercommon and holds it up to you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna swoop down and I will accept it so nice. How tall am I compared to a Kuato?
They are actually taller and broader shouldered than you are.
Well, then I will make a very flourishing gesture with my bat wing cape, and I will bow down very graciously, and I will make a very big show of accepting the gem rolled, and so many smiles. Telfar is just full of smiles.
And so the rest of you finish looting the cave and you swim out from under the water and you surface and you see that this exchange is happening on the island. And the Kuatoa, as soon as you surface and start coming towards the island, all of the Kuatoa get down their knees and are bowing to you.
As we deserve.
Yes. So who speaks Undercommon?
Me.
Okay. So in Undercommon, the Kuatoa priest is thanking you for getting rid of the Aboleth, and evidently the Aboleth has been a problem for the Kuatoa for some time, and that it had taken. This was originally their ancestral home, and the Aboleth had driven them from their home, and you have liberated their people, and he thanks you for that. Everybody, roll a perception check.
Nice. Nat 20.
Nice. Nice. So literally anybody who got a 10 or higher got it, but Norotay, you're nat 20. You are looking at all of these Kuatoa, these 6 Kuatoa that are here, and you can tell that all of them are diseased. And you are aware that the reason that they're their skin is turning translucent, they are sick. You are aware that the issue is that they are swimming in the water, and the water has been fouled. Now, everybody can also make a history check. 14 got it.
10.
Also, 18 for me.
Okay. So you guys know, oh yeah, Bemerald definitely nailed it. So Bemerald, you're aware that the effects on the water and the poisoning of the water and the slime that you see everywhere, you know from history of infestation is the wrong word, but you know that from Aboleth lairs that this is a common situation, and that historically, from what you've read in books of what happened in Neverwinter, you know that once the Aboleth was destroyed, that those effects receded over the course of a couple of weeks. But that's not necessarily going to help the Kuatoa tribe now. So Norotay, if you were to cast purify food or purify water or purify food and drink on the water, you could actually cure the water here in this lake.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on the priest.
Okay.
The Kuatoa priest. And he's cured.
Okay. So you cast purify food and drink on the water, and when Norotay does this, you guys can see, even in the darkness of this cavern, you can see that the water goes from a slimy black to a crystal clear blue water, but just in this lake. And you cast Lesser Restoration on the priest, and he suddenly is healthy again, and he's feeling better, and he tells you, he's like, thank you. In Undercommon, he says, thank you. I can take care of the rest of my people, and I can restore them to health. You have done great things for our people. Beyond giving you this green gem, what else can I do to help you?
Maps.
Maps.
He says he doesn't have any maps. They've mostly.
If he could describe something, Telfar is a pretty skilled map maker in his spare time.
He tells you that two Durgar took a Zirkwood raft down the rapids of the River Deep, and he tells you that they traveled deeper into Undermountain, and that the River Deep from here goes down some rapids into what is known as Willowwood. And he says that if you follow the river and you take these rapids, there is a great forest down below.
Great. I'm going to use the rest of my second level spell slots, cure as many more as I can, so I can cure 3 more.
Okay. So Norotay, I think you already have inspiration, but I will give you inspiration again if you don't.
I do not.
Now, we can ask them for information if they haven't already provided it.
And is anywhere else like the river? Does it have like the slime and stuff?
The river doesn't have the slime because it is fast moving.
Okay.
It's not like the River Sargoth where it was a lazy river. This has rapids. I mean, this entire cave, even at the lake, you are inundated with the echoing sound of a fast-moving river and rapids, and the distant sound of a waterfall is echoing.
Okay.
Aaron, what were you saying?
Well, I was going to ask, I can't talk directly to them, but since we're getting information, we were seeking the dagger that had been taken. And
Right. And he said that a couple of Duergar left on a raft that way down the rapids. Wasn't it
I
a
wondered
couple
if that was
Duergar
tied to
we're
it.
looking for? Is that where we're
Right, yeah,
is that the
that's
same plot
he just
line?
repeats it, that he doesn't know anything about a dagger, but he knows that his Kuatoa warriors dealt with a couple of Duergar that he says are of the Stoneguard clan, and they took a Zirkwood raft and went to the southeast down the rapids, and he tells you that at the bottom of those rapids is the next level of Undermountain known as Willowwood.
Let's see. The only other thing we've got is portals, information on portals. But I think we've got one that's close to here already. And
You do.
so they probably can't tell us much else, I would think.
So then the question is, are you going to take the green gem back to the alchemist?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
We can ask them if how they came across it, just to get in case there's some sort of horrible curse associated with it, or the alchemist was killing people, or
they came across it. They had taken it off of a rogue that had stolen it. They're unaware of they're aware of the alchemist, but they haven't had any dealings with him. But they took it off of a rogue, and his warriors killed the rogue.
Okay.
Cool.
Um,
Sounds like it needs to go home to its rightful owner.
And we'll tell the alchemist that the Kuatoa here provided it.
They help. They're helpers.
so
Good people.
the alchemist is ecstatic that you brought him back this gem. He gives you 4 potions of supreme healing. Those do 10d4 plus 20 healing.
Putting those in the bag, Carl.
Let me make a. I need to
How many
make
does he
some.
give us?
You what?
How many does he give us?
4 supreme
Okay.
healings.
Let's see. I'm going to need to make a group a group here for group loot because I've been keeping track of my loot and it's getting blended. So okay, we're going to add. What did we got? 4 potions of supreme healing, right?
Yeah.
Correct. And those do 10d4 plus 20.
Okay. 3. Let's add. Now, if I'm just tossing it in my group loot container, it sort of like we're going to sell it or something. Otherwise, these things should be distributed out to people that can use them.
Probably one for Telfar.
I don't
Maybe
need
one for
me. I've
Bemro.
got. Telfar has 2 wands of healing. He's pretty sick.
Yeah, Telfar usually takes the least damage.
Yeah, that's the point. He doesn't do damage. That's not his style.
So before we give these out, he gives you a potion of animal friendship.
Oh.
Potion, animal friendship.
He gives you a potion of diminution.
What's that?
So when you drink the potion, you gain the reduce effect of an enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours. No concentration required.
Enlarged reduce spell, so it's just a tiny potion.
Yeah, it shrinks you down.
Shrinky.
He gives you a potion of hill giant strength. That makes your strength 21.
Oh, jeez.
Potion. Okay, got it.
And he gives you a potion of lightning resistance, which will give you
Lightning resist?
Yeah, that will give you lightning resistance for 1 hour. And once he gives you these potions, you see him turn around and he takes the green gem and he holds it up to his forehead and pushes it into his head, and you see the gem disappear into his head.
That's disturbing.
That seems like a good place to keep it.
Let's just leave this guy alone.
Bemril, you can make an Arcana check.
Alright, let's hope this works. That's an 11.
So with an 11, you realize that the alchemist isn't human at all. He's actually a gray slod.
What is that?
So
Yes. Yeah.
So a gray slod,
I know
sloddy,
exactly what that is.
sloddy are from the realm of limbo, and they are all created with a control gem in their heads, and when their head is severed or they are put under some kind of spell, the gem can be removed. Anybody who has the gem can control the slotty, and they are enslaved to them.
Well, darn, guys, we missed out on that one.
Well, you missed out on having a slotty under your enslavement, but you gained him as a friend. So I wouldn't necessarily say that you missed out on it.
Yeah, we're
Alright,
not
guys,
really
we
the
missed out
slaving
on it.
type.
I mean, ultimately, Slotty don't like to be enslaved. I mean, who does? So, this is probably the better route to go. And he is extremely grateful and very friendly towards you, and tells you that if there's anything that you need, if you're back up on this level, please let him know, and he will do what he can to help you.
Are we due for a trip to the surface, guys, or are we
Yeah,
continuing
I think
on
so.
with it?
I think so.
So you guys want to return to the surface before you take the rapids down to Willowwood?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So we will pick up there next week. We will pick up with you in the Yawning Portal Tavern and going to the Troll Skull Manor.
We level up.
Right.
You do. You gain a level.
Yay!
Yay.
And this is the end of the month, Chris. We have multiple ways to contribute money for the great fun that you provide. What do you suggest as the optimum? What's the best way to do that?
So, my recommendation would be if you want to donate, I would recommend donating to the GoFundMe. It is still active. Anybody watching in our Twitch stream, you can scroll down, click on GoFundMe to help save Going Gaming and donate there. So yesterday I was working in the shop and we were brainstorming on ideas. There are a number of things that are taking place. So the online store is going to change. The website for Going Gaming is going to change drastically. There will be an effective online store. So anybody that wants to purchase things online, the store will now link directly to the inventory. I don't know when this change is going to take total change and take place, but that is coming. So that's good news. They're working on doing some new specials and whatnot for the Grub and Grog. So to let you know, they have a 3-mile radius. So if you want to order lunch or something, call them and they can deliver in the Troutdale 3-mile radius area. So Troutdale, Gresham, Corbett, Fairview, those types of areas they can deliver to. When we open back up, we are going to have to continue some form of social distancing at least for a while. I mean, it's not going to be like, oh, okay, all the businesses can open back up and everything's going to be normal. That's not realistic. So we probably won't be able to play in the private room like we had been. I personally am okay with that. I like playing out in the open. I encourage people to watch and interact and cheer with the rest of us when you beat a big bad. So there will be some open areas that will be doing some gameplay. So be prepared for that. And we are going to move forward with my idea of doing some games online. We're still crunching numbers for that. We don't necessarily know that we're going to have to do anything with Patreon or anything like that because of the switch that they're making with the system in order to do the online inventory. It's also going to link with their card service machine that they have in the shop. So all of that's going to be one piece now. And so we'll be able to just take payments for that online directly. So we'll figure that whole thing out soon. I can tell you that it's not going to be very much. It will be a monthly fee, but it will only have to cover my actual hourly fee as opposed to what the shop would need to make, etc. So it will be a lot less. I think it will be monthly as charged, but we're still working on it. So don't quote me on anything. But like I said, the fee will be a lot less than for a month than it will be for playing in person. That probably doesn't affect most of you guys because you guys want to play in person anyways. But if you want to pick up a side game and sit at home in your underwear while you play, there you go. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know there are changes. There are changes in motion. There are plans being made. This is all going to work out, and everything that you have done to help support Going Gaming is moving in the direction to get us all through this and have something to do once this is over. So I saw that in action yesterday, and we're still bouncing ideas, but it is actively taking place.
Good. We just hope it happens quickly and without hurting people.
Right. So, yeah. So we will pick this game up next week, and we will start in the Yawning Portal Tavern and the Troll Skull Manor, and then we can move on to Willowwood.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks,
All right.
folks.
See ya.
Thanks.
Take care. Stay healthy.